Hey guys, it is John C Morley here, Sir Launchmore. It's great to be with you guys tonight. Hey Tony, thank you so much. Thanks for joining tonight. See you out there. Great to see you. So we're talking about a great topic. Whether you're with me here at 11:49 p.m. or you're 11:49 a.m. or possibly 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. or maybe even 1 a.m. or 1 p.m. doesn't really matter. Thank you so much for being here. We're talking about what is opportunity. I'm very well, Tony. I hope you had a very great Easter. Again, good to see you here, watching us, streaming us live on Instagram. So thank you for doing that. What is opportunity? We're on series 3. We are basically on show number. It's show number 16. But the granular topic for this week is the day is this one, and that is reasons you're missing opportunities. Series 3, show 16, episode 4. Remember, we were talking a lot about the eclipse and how a lot of people blew it and they missed the eclipse. And then we talked about, what makes an opportunity and why opportunities fail. We talked about all those things, right? And so what I want to share with you is that we have to be aware of what's going on in our environment. If we're not, we're going to miss all the potential opportunities. I'm glad that you're well. So I do want to remind everybody to do go to the QR code, believemeachieve.com, for more of my amazing, inspiring creations. So we are talking tonight about why people miss them. So the biggest reason that people miss opportunities is because they waste time. And so how do we identify and eliminate the time-wasting habits? Well, sometimes it could be a bad habit that we have. It could be, a relationship that we're in that is causing us to be drained, and that's not good. It could be something that we're working on that might not be in total alignment with our purpose in life. And if we're not in alignment with total purpose, then the universe is not going to conspire to allow that to happen. But we talked about this before. The universe will help you if you ask for help. You can't just expect the universe to just do it. You have to say, hey, universe, can you give me some clues? Can you help me on this? And the universe will. So when we talk about eliminating habits, stop procrastinating. Don't put off tomorrow what you can do today. That is probably the most important thing I wanted to share with you is don't put off tomorrow what you can do today. And other things you can do to stop procrastinating. I mean, there's so many things, to stop procrastinating, because that's really where it comes down from. And so if we think about, procrastination for what it is, make a to-do list. It could be on paper, it could be electronic, like Google, etc. And take your most important tasks, okay, and tackle those in the first 15 minutes. That's it. That's the very first thing you can do. And so the next thing you want to do is you want to break tasks down to small chunks. Put everything down that you have to do, and that'll help you. Start your day with the hardest tasks, and then move on to the slightly hard tasks, and then move on to the easier tasks. Prioritize your promises and set the deadlines. What's urgent, what's important, what's not urgent. Pick a workspace that works for you. Don't try to do work, in a stadium or, next to a band practicing, right? That's really important. Use apps to prevent online distractions. That's a pretty cool one, right? There's actually something called, there's actually a timer. It's a watch window, if you guys know about it. It's basically a task timer in Windows. And what it allows you to do is keep focus on one application. And this really cool feature that Windows 11 has is it allows you to set the focus, okay, for something for a particular time. And, thinking about focus for a moment, you might be saying, John, I have no clue how to do this. I don't know what this is. Well, just understand that there are different tools, okay, in Windows and lots of different things that we have to be able to do it. Now, the formal name for this is called Focus Assist, and it's now part of the Clock app in Windows 11. And it's easy to allow distractions such as social media or videos to, take us away. So you can start a session in Windows 11. Focus Assist has made it part of the Clock app now. And to start a session manually, you just clock into your taskbar's search icon, and you are guided to basically select how long you want the session to last. So ready focus for 30 minutes. And there are things that you can make sure that you do, such as titles that let you link your Spotify account. Maybe you have other issues. Maybe you want to focus on sessions to use Microsoft to do, pick a task for that session. Don't need either of these? Well, then you can do lots of other things. You can focus period to do something. You can end a session with a sound. You can use Spotify. You can do to-do lists, as we talked about. But I think having something that allows us to connect and be on track, just like some people might set, timers on their phone, right? I think that's really important. So how do you get to Focus Assist? Well, it's really simple. You can go to the Start menu, and you can basically just go to Focus Assist, and that's all you need to do. So the easiest way to get to Focus Assist is just to click on the Start icon. You can type in basically just type in Focus, and you'll see something that says Focus Settings. Once you get there, you're going to see something that says Start a Focus Session. You can start a focus session. You can choose to how long it'll be, show the timer in the Clock app, hide badges on the taskbar, turn on Do Not Disturb, and whatnot. So these are very handy things that will allow you to do some pretty cool stuff. And so with a focus session, you can basically, focus for a period of time, right? You can set what the time is, such as the timer, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, etc. You can have a stopwatch, world clock. So focus sessions are really, really pretty cool. You can pause the focus session if you want, and then you can go back to what you want to do. You can even link your Spotify account for using music to help enhance. So stopping focus sessions is very easy to do. It's again, just go to your Windows start bar and just type in basically the word focus, Focus. That's all you do. You just come over here and you type the word focus, Focus. And when you type focus, you'll see what it says Focus Settings. And this is a really cool thing that Microsoft has. And a lot of people don't know about it. And I think it's something that can really enhance people's productivity. So definitely check out the Focus Assist, which is now part of the Windows timer. I think you guys will really, really appreciate that. Another thing that keeps people from getting to their desires or their dreams is mixing with the wrong people. It's very key to surround yourself with the right people in your life. It's key. If you don't do that, ladies and gentlemen, well, let's just say you're going to have a very, very big, big problem. I mean it. You're going to have a very, very big, big problem. And so that's a problem. It definitely is a problem because you may not know what's happening. And if you don't know what's happening, then how is somebody else supposed to figure out what's happening, right? That's a problem. And so when you surround yourself with bad people, they have bad habits, bad energy, and guess what? That rubs off onto you. And unfortunately, this could preclude you from getting tasks done. It could prevent you from becoming successful because you keep missing the boat. You're not on time for things. You just choose anything. Things are not relevant in your life. And we went through a lot of what these were, right? What the different things are that make an opportunity. We talked about the eclipse the other day and how you had to be at the right place at the right time, right? You had to get the glasses. You had to know how to use the glasses. You had to know where to look, right? These are all very, very cool things. So I think some people miss an opportunity because let's think like the glasses. So if the glasses weren't available, it was a problem. Now, when I first was getting the glasses, I couldn't find them. And then, it was the day out, and I'm like, I don't have the glasses. I'm probably not going to do this. And then I was at a gas station, a new gas station. Like, oh, we have the glasses. I was like, oh, wow. And they had plenty of them. The only thing I didn't like is that I had to pay for the glasses, and I had to buy something from the store. I had to buy a snack. I was not really intrigued with that whole concept. So I think that's something that's pretty cool. But I think when we understand all that had to go through to be able to, watch the eclipse, we had to be at the right time. We had to be at the right place. We had to have the glasses. We had to put glasses on. We had to know where to look in the sky. And we also needed to not leave them on our eyes for more than like 2 minutes, right? And you had to remember not to look in the sun directly without the glasses. So there were a lot of variables. And I think the reason why some people are not successful is that their actions are affecting these variables. And so we've said before in a formula, if you do the same things over and over again, you're going to get the same results, which is what we want in a formula. Einstein told us a long time back, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. That's it. That's the bottom line, ladies and gentlemen. That is actually the bottom, and I tell you, the bottom line. So we get the right results. We keep doing things over and over and over again. So we're talking about opportunity because it's the gateway into allowing us to elevate our lives and other people's lives that we care about into a new level, a new perspective, if you will. And so opportunities are always around us. The question is, are we paying attention to them? So how do we know? Well, it's really, really simple. It comes down to the fact that you have to know when. You have to know when, you have to know how. If you don't know when, if you don't know how, then you're going to be lost. And you're going to wonder why what you're doing doesn't work. That's it. And so if it doesn't work and you become so frustrated that it doesn't work, you're going to give up. Like I know so many people that were going to go, do the glasses thing. And I just believe it was fate that I actually got to the store and I got the glasses because I was like, I'm not going to go chasing. And I literally was going to see a client and then I was going to get gas. And the guy said, oh, we have the glasses. And I wasn't even paying attention. He was talking to somebody else. And I was like, oh, the glasses. I was like, okay. So was the eclipse a moneymaker? Well, yes and no. It doesn't happen that often. I don't think we're going to have one again until 2045. So it's something that a lot of people want to see because they probably won't get to see it again or for a very long time. That's the bottom line. And so I will tell you right now that it's about where things are and where they're going. But if we understand that the people we choose to allow in our lives, whether platonic, non-platonic, they shape our future, whether we want it or whether we don't. They have a culmination of interfacing with us, and that will affect the outcome of the situation. That's pretty cool, ladies and gentlemen, if you ask me. That is really, really cool. We have one more point to talk about tonight. I think you guys are going to like this point. Hopefully you guys are learning a lot about opportunity. And that is not focusing. So strategies to enhance your focus and channel your energy towards your promises. You got to get laser focused. You got to think about your goal or your promise, I should say, every single day. And you got to measure. You got to take the temperature of it and say, hey, how do I do this? Am I even closer to where I am? Or am I far apart? And how far apart am I to the desired promise or aspiration that I want? I think when we try to do things and they don't go right, we get frustrated and we don't look for solutions. We just play the blame game. Don't play the blame game. Because the only person to blame, to be quite honest with you, is going to be yourself, no one else. That's what the blame game is. Don't blame anybody else but yourself. And when an opportunity is not working, you have to decide, do I stick with this opportunity or do I move on? Like, what do I do? That's really what it comes down to. And you should be able, the better you get at this, to figure out whether the opportunity is something that you want to do or something you don't want to do, right? That's a really, really cool thing, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, a really, really cool thing. So, ladies and gentlemen, of course you know who I am by now. Sure you do. I'm John C Morley, serial entrepreneur. It has been a privilege, pleasure, and honor to be with you this fantastic wee hours of the morning on our episode 4. And we are catching up with our content. I'm happy to let you know that we are going to be almost caught up. So, again, I really appreciate your feedback. I appreciate your comments you give us. I appreciate your ideas. And I want you to know that you're smarter than you think. The reason that you don't get where you want to be is because others said, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. And I'm going to say what I said before about Henry Ford. If you believe you can't, you're right. If you believe you can, you're also right. So let's try changing our language in our mind. If we do this, our life is going to do a 180, not a 360, a 180, because we want to turn. We don't want to, if we turn around, we want to do a complete 180, right? If we do a 360, we're going to be exactly right back where we are. So when you have a challenge in life, where you have an opportunity and it's not going, like you can't fit the square peg in the round hole, don't try to force it. Look for another way or look for something else that can be used. There might be the universe telling you that you really can't go where you want to go. And that's not a bad thing. Maybe you just need to adopt and do something differently. That's it. That's all you have to do. That's not hard. It's not hard at all. All right, guys, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your morning or evening if you're still on the West Coast. And I'll catch you guys on another Inspirations for Your Life show real soon. Have a great morning, everyone.